All right, so here's my personal assignment for week 6. Here's my GitHub repo. You can see there's no credentials being exposed. There's no .env, no security passwords or anything. So there's my repo. Here's my database. So I got the chicken stir fry and jasmine rice, just those two recipes. Of course, there's a bunch of other ingredients in there. For right now, we'll just stick in recipes. All right, and for error handling, so I've still got my try catch, which we need in here for the controllers. And I've still got my 404s and all the other API status that we need to for the controller response to the database. But I removed um, all the 500 status from, so I've got 204 here and everything, but I removed all the 500 status from the controllers and made it global. So same thing with my ingredients. You can see there's no 500s, just the 404, 201, got 204. So yeah. So what I did is I moved that to server.js. Whoops. So here's my global error handling for the 500 for internal server error issues. And then here's for debugging to see the error. And so in order to test that, I just put this in here and just make sure that's ready to go. PM. Oops. Okay. Then we'll go to rest. And I haven't committed it to the repo, so we'll just run the localhost read all. Should get the 500. There it is. So that's just the test. I'm gonna go ahead and just comment that out. Make sure I don't commit it to the repo. So yeah, so there's the 500 for the error handling, and again I took it out of ingredients as well. Let's go. Whoops, my data start the template for the swagger.js, and then swagger.js implementation for API docs. Let's make sure I show my routes. So I've added validation as well. Whoops, let's go here actually. So here's my validation using Joy. So we need to make sure we get the recipe name. It needs to be a string. Servings are going to be number. Instructions will be an array. Ingredient lists will be an array. Same thing for ingredient schema. And then we're going to validate recipe, validate ingredient, make sure we give the response, and then validation for the object ID as well, and response. So there's the validation, middleware validate.js, and then like I was showing, here's how it's implemented. So we've got validate ID, validate ingredient, validate ID for our ingredients route, and our recipes route. Validate ID, validate recipe, validate ID. I mean, you can read that. So on the routes. And then let's go ahead and demonstrate. So let's go back. All right, so let's go to production. And we'll stay in recipes, so we'll just create a recipe. So first off, I'll just demonstrate if we get rid of recipe name. Let's see. Try to create a recipe. Get our 400 error. Recipe name is required. And let's put that back. Save that. Create our recipe. All good till one created. Let's get the object ID. And if we go to read all our recipes, so let's actually go back to our database. We should see that lasagna in there. All right, hopefully you can see that. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Okay. garlic chicken, jasmine rice, and there's our homemade lasagna with the our classic lasagna servings 8. And then let's go back and we're going to read recipe, but we'll change this last letter to B. Run that request. 400 bad. Okay. So that's not the right object ID. Then change that to the correct way. Object ID. Whoops. Probably have to save that. Yes, I do. Okay, now read. What is going on? Did I get the wrong object ID? Okay, let's get the right object ID. And there we go. Okay, so we got our lasagna. And now let's go to Swagger and we'll update using this to servings 10 and then delete and we'll show that. Alright, here's my Swagger API docs. So recipe and ingredients. We can go to get recipes. We got our 200 code, and we got our garlic chicken, stir fry, and our lasagna. So let's go ahead and update the lasagna. Whoops. If I can get the page to scroll right. So we'll just grab the code there. Come on. Making this complicated here. There we go. Okay. Let's go to our put. Try it out. We'll put the object ID for the lasagna there. And update this. Alright, so we'll update it to 10 servings. And let's go for launch. Okay. So we got our 204. It's updated for 10. Let's go look at it. Alright, so here's our database. Whoops, come on. So right now, what the heck? Okay. So there's our lasagna 8 servings. Let's reload for that update. And there we go. So it updated to 10 servings. Alright, and then here we'll go ahead and delete the lasagna. Just take off the 2, run execute, and we got a 400. Valid object ID. Kind of already demonstrated that, but just doing it again, just so you can see it with Swagger. So now, recipe successfully deleted. Let's go look at the database. Alright, our stir fry and our jasmine rice. So it's all gone. So there's my personal assignment.